we have a mandate from the Norwegian Ministry of Finance, which explicitly says that we should follow the UN Global Compact and the OECD guidelines for multinational enterprises in our active ownership activities. And so human rights is obviously an important part of this. So it is a very natural thing for us to be concerned with as a large and active investor in the Norwegian and Nordic markets. And the way that we approach human rights in our investment activities is both part of our investment process before we invest in new companies, and also in our role as an active owner. I think it's a very important issue. It hasn't been one of the major issues in our portfolio. If you look at the makeup of the Oslo Stock Exchange, it's primarily oil and gas companies, so companies in the energy sector, industry and material companies. We have quite a bit of shipping in Norway. So child labor isn't the first issue that we look at, but we have developed expectations documents for environment, human rights, and anti-corruption. And in the expectations document that's on human rights and labor rights, we do address child labor. And so we expect the companies who do have that risk to implement policies and procedures to make sure that they're handling that in a good way. I think that we often talk about human rights from a purely ethical standpoint. And this is obviously an ethical issue, so it's not wrong to look at it that way. But I think it is much more than that. And as a financial investor, we think that human rights is important, not just as an ethical or reputational issue, but also from a sustainability standpoint. We believe that companies who do not respect human rights, who do not take account of fair labor standards in their own operations or in the supply chain, who exploit labor or child labor or other types of unacceptable working conditions, that is not a sustainable business model, and that companies that do that over time will encounter both operational and financial risks, and that makes it a financial issue for investors. So that I think even investors without an explicitly ethical mandate should be paying attention to human rights because of the sustainability and business risk that lies therein.